Hello and welcome back to the fourth part of Ela Facecloth Set. So today we will be working on the last face cloth, which will be a combination of smock stitch and Tunisian simple stitch. So we will start the project with a slip knot. So we wrap the yarn around the fingers and pull the loop through. We will insert the hook into the loop, tighten, and we will chain 47. So we chain by yarning over the hook and pulling through the loop on the hook. Then work the row number 1. So we will start working into the back bumps of your chain stitches. So you will need to turn your chains around, and there you will see their back bumps. So we'll insert the hook from front to back under the back bump, yarn over and pull up a loop. And you will repeat that for each chain, and this is the forward pass of row number 1. This is also known as foundation row. We are now at the end of row number 1 and we have 46 loops on the hook. So we'll then work standard return pass of yarn over and pull through 1, and then yarn over and pull through 2, and we will repeat yarn over and pull through 2 all the way to the beginning of the row. So now for row number 2 we will start working the Tunisian smock stitch pattern. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So first we will need to work Tunisian 2 simple stitches together. So we will insert the hook under the next 2 front vertical bars, like so, yarn over and pull up a loop. So we reduced by 1 stitch, and now we need to make that stitch up, and we're going to do that by yarning over. So normally we will yarn over by using the strand of yarn or placing the strand of yarn from back to front. But in this case, for this stitch pattern, we will do it the other way around. So we will place the yarn on the hook from front to back. Then we need to also use our index finger on the opposite hand to hold onto the yarn. Otherwise, it can slip away while working the next stitch. So again, we will work yarn over by placing the yarn from front to back and holding on to it with the index finger, and then we will repeat this. So we will work 2 Tunisian simple stitches together and yarn over. You will repeat this all the way to the end where we work an end stitch. So I'll meet you at the end of the row forward pass of row number 2. So we are now at the end of row number 2. I've worked the last Tunisian 2 stitches together. I will then yarn over, don't forget the last yarn over, and now we are going to work the end stitch. So for the end stitch, you turn the fabric towards yourself. Then you see there are 2 strands of yarn, one on the right and one on the left. You will insert the hook under both of these, yarn over and pull up a loop, like so. And after that, you will work the standard return pass. So to repeat the instructions from the row below, you will yarn over and pull through 1, and then yarn over and pull through 2, and you will keep on repeating yarn over, pull through 2 until you have 1 loop left on your hook. Row number 3, we will offset the stitch pattern by 1. So what we will do, we will start with Tunisian simple stitch into the first stitch. So we'll insert the hook from right to left under the front vertical bar, yarn over and pull up a loop. And now we will continue with the same stitch pattern as in the row below. So this was Tunisian 2 simple stitches together, followed by yarn over. So we insert the hook into the next 2, under the next 2 front vertical bars, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then yarn over. Again, Tunisian simple stitches, 2 Tunisian simple stitches together, and yarn over. You will repeat this up to the last 2 stitches. You will work Tunisian simple stitch and then an end stitch. So I'll meet you at the end of the row. I'm now at the end of forward pass of row number 3. So you can see I've got 1 more stitch left here and then the end stitch. So I'm going to work Tunisian simple stitch and an end stitch. And as before, we will continue with the standard return pass of yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Rows 4 and 5 are repetition of rows 2 and 3. For row 6, we will work Tunisian 2 stitches together, or Tunisian 2 simple stitches together, and yarn over twice. So Tunisian 2 simple stitches together, yarn over, 2 Tunisian simple stitches together, yarn over, and then we will work Tunisian simple stitch all the way across the row up to the last 5 stitches. I'm now at the end of row number 6, so on the last 5 stitches, and we will work 2 Tunisian simple stitches together, followed by yarn over twice and an end stitch. So Tunisian 2 simple stitches together, yarn over, 2 Tunisian simple stitches together, yarn over, and an end stitch, followed by standard return pass, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, all the way to the beginning of the row. For row number 7, we will work Tunisian simple stitch into the first stitch, 2 Tunisian simple stitches together, followed by yarn over. Then we will work Tunisian simple stitch across into each stitch across the last 4 stitches. So we continue with working Tunisian simple stitch into each stitch across the row up to the last 4 stitches. I am now at the end of row number 7. On last 4 stitches, we will work 2 Tunisian simple stitches together, yarn over, Tunisian simple stitch, and end stitch, and standard return pass of yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. Rows 8 and 9 are repetition of rows 6 and 7. For row number 10, we will start with working 2 Tunisian simple stitches together and yarn over twice. Followed by Tunisian simple stitch in the next 4 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4, followed by Tunisian 2 simple stitches together, yarn over up to the last 9 stitches. So we work 2 Tunisian simple stitches together, yarn over, 2 Tunisian simple stitches together, yarn over up to the last 9 stitches. So I'm at the end of the row number 10 on my last 9 stitches. I will then work Tunisian simple stitches in next 4 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4, followed by Tunisian 2 simple stitches together and yarn over twice. So Tunisian 2 simple stitches together, yarn over, Tunisian 2 simple stitches together, yarn over, and an end stitch, followed by standard return pass. For row number 11, we work Tunisian simple stitch in the first stitch, followed by Tunisian 2 simple stitches together and yarn over. It's 2 Tunisian simple stitches together and yarn over, followed by Tunisian simple stitch in next 6 stitches. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, followed by Tunisian 2 simple stitches together and yarn over up to last 10 stitches. I'm now at the end of row number 11, so we have last 10 stitches left. I will work Tunisian simple stitch in next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then Tunisian simple stitch, 2 Tunisian simple stitches together, yarn over, Tunisian simple stitch and an end stitch, and standard return pass. Rows 12 and 13 are repetition of rows 10 and 11. For row number 14, we will start with 2 Tunisian simple stitches together and yarn over twice. So 2 Tunisian simple stitches together, yarn over, 2 Tunisian simple stitches together, yarn over, followed by Tunisian simple stitch in next 4 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3 and 4, followed by Tunisian 2 simple stitches together, yarn over 3 times. So Tunisian 2 simple stitches together, yarn over once, second time and third time, followed by Tunisian simple stitch in next 16 stitches, followed by Tunisian 2 simple stitches together and yarn over 3 times, followed by Tunisian simple stitch in next 4 stitches, followed by Tunisian 2 simple stitches together, yarn over twice and an end stitch. And standard return pass. Row number 15, we will work Tunisian simple stitch into the first stitch, followed by Tunisian 2 simple stitches together and yarn over, 2 simple stitches together and yarn over, followed by Tunisian simple stitch in next 6 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, followed by Tunisian 2 simple stitches together and yarn over twice, Tunisian 2 simple stitches together and yarn over, Tunisian 2 simple stitches together, yarn over, followed by Tunisian simple stitch in next 18 stitches, followed by Tunisian 2 simple stitches together, yarn over twice. That's first time and that's second time, followed by Tunisian simple stitch in next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, followed by Tunisian 2 simple stitches together, yarn over, Tunisian simple stitch and an end stitch, and standard return pass. Rows 16 and 17 are repetition of rows number 14 and 15. Row number 18, we will work Tunisian 2 simple stitches together and yarn over twice, one time and second time, Tunisian simple stitch in next 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3 and 4, followed by Tunisian simple stitch, 2 Tunisian simple stitches together and yarn over 3 times. So we will work that once, second time and third time, followed by Tunisian simple stitch in next 4 stitches. It's 1, 2, 3 and 4, followed by Tunisian simple stitch 2 together and yarn over 4 times. So that's 1, 2, 3 and 4, followed by Tunisian simple stitch in 4 stitches, 2, 3 and 4, followed by Tunisian 2 simple stitches together and yarn over 3 times. That's 1, 2 and 3, followed by Tunisian simple stitches in next 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3 and 4, followed by 2 Tunisian simple stitches together, yarn over twice and an end stitch, and standard return pass. Row number 19, we will start with Tunisian simple stitch, followed by 2 Tunisian simple stitches together and yarn over, followed by Tunisian simple stitch in next 6 stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, followed by Tunisian 2 simple stitches together and yarn over twice, followed by Tunisian simple stitch in next 6 stitches, followed by 2 Tunisian simple stitches together and yarn over 3 times, followed by Tunisian simple stitch in next 6 stitches, followed by 2 Tunisian simple stitches together and yarn over twice, followed by Tunisian simple stitch in next 6 stitches, followed by Tunisian 2 simple stitches together, yarn over, Tunisian simple stitch in next stitch and an end stitch, and followed by standard return pass. Rows 20 to 23 are repetition of rows 18 and 19. rows 24 to 27, a repetition of rows 14 to 17. Rows 28 to 31, a repetition of rows 10 to 13. Rows 32 to 35, a repetition of rows 6 to 9. Rows 36 to 39, a repetition of rows 2 to 5. Row number 40 is a bind off row, so we will bind off in the smock stitch pattern. So what we do, we start with 2 Tunisian simple stitches together, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then we pull through the loop that is already on the hook. We yarn over, pull through the loop on the hook, work 2 Tunisian simple stitches together, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through the loop on the hook, yarn over, pull through the loop on the hook, and we will continue binding off all stitches in this manner. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the whole set. So this was a 4-piece set of face cloths where you could learn all the basic stitches and techniques in Tunisian crochet while making something very pretty for yourself or for a loved one. And I'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.